Okay, I just wanted to show you a quick project. Had the pallets taken apart. They were longer and thinner than a normal pallet, but here is the hardwood. Still needs to be denailed, and here are the rails. So I'm going to build a second garden bench as a birthday present for one of my wife's friends, and just going to give you a quick view as we go. So next thing, I'm going to denail these timbers. There'll be the seat in the back and the armrest. Run them through the planer and make them all an even thickness, and then we'll get on with the bench. Okay, so I finished denailing. I basically got 4 piles of timbers, a bit wider timber, a little bit narrower timber. Although that pile has kind of 2 different colorings, a dark coloring and a light coloring on the right. Some not so nice timber, and the frames. Some of the frames, one of the frames is very bad. The other 5 are good. 2 or 3 have nails embedded in them that I can't get out. But I am only going to plane the wide faces through the planer, so it should be fine. Okay, so I am done planing, and I realized that my dust extractor does not really work very well, as you can see, with my 13-inch planer. I did know that before, I just didn't realize how much wood I would be planing off. Okay, so the pallet is all planed down. These long pieces are all the same thickness. The shorter pieces, although they're different lengths, they're all the same thickness. Different, obviously, from this. And now it's time to figure out how it's going to look like and how it's going to go together. Okay, so here is a quick update on the bench. The frame is done, other than the back piece there. So backrest will be in here. Seat across there, there's some reinforcements, and obviously armrests on either end. Okay, so I'm just lining up and screwing down the seat, just using a nail front and back as a spacer. Just putting in 1 screw right now as I drill, and then I'll put in the rest. For this space there at the end, I've laid out a board, and I'll cut that with a jigsaw and then screw that in, and do the same on the other side, and then onto the back. Okay, so I just struck a line after screwing down the seat and chopped it off with a circular saw. So I'm ready to now finish it by attaching the backrest boards, same as the seat. Give it a sand, and then I'm going to give it 3 coats of a tinted outdoor furniture oil. Okay, so here is how I'm doing the backboards. I have a spacer block. I've clamped the top, and I've measured to the center, and then I'll space it with nails like before. Pre-drill and hand drive a couple screws to hold it in place, and then I'll come back and do the 3rd one later, and then cut off the top to the correct height when I'm done. Okay, so the bench is almost done. I just need to cut off the backrest, and then we'll give it an oil finish. Okay, so just finished the cut, as you can see by some of the sawdust. Evened off the top, ready for a quick sand, and then we'll give it its first of 3 coats of tinted outdoor furniture oil. Okay, so sorry about the light, but here it is now, done, sanded, all the edges rounded over. It's not perfect, but remember, it is built from a couple old wood pallets, so it's not bad. Like I said, outdoor timber oil, and then I'll get some better light in here and show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so here is a much better shot with better light. of the bench. Let's back up a bit, get the whole thing in. As you can see, we use the pallet boards playing down to the back and the seat. Use the rails for the legs and the armrests, and I used a couple old pieces of timber from a recycling shop that I had underneath for the reinforcement and for the front rail. So I'm gonna oil it with the outdoor timber oil, and I'll show you the final result. Okay, so the lighting is not great, but I've used some teak stain to age the wood. It's still wet, and I'm about to wipe it down. I think it brings out the grain pretty good, but I'm not sure I like it as much. We'll see after the oil goes on. The last one I built this way turned out very nice.